that magical word single, what does that really mean in 2025? See, because they need to change the definition of single in 2025, especially with social media out here today, and how many people have so much access to everyone around us through social media, through networks. It's already been that way for jobs and just out here in social environment. But social media just opened up the portal. So single really needs to be defined as single and non-sexually active, because it's the sexual activeness that really matters more than just the single thing. Because there's single people that are having more sex than married people. There's some dudes you might want to say, or some women you might say that they're married and single. You can definitely be married and alone. Because some dudes, especially dudes, they be married and alone. Trust me, it is a lonely experience for some married men. That's why 89% of the men in that Psychology Today study on OnlyFans were married men. And they just took the safe route for companionship. Because again, many times these dudes are invested. When you're married, you're in it. Houses, 401ks, kids, and they damn sure don't want to take the chance of filing for divorce, even though their wife hasn't slept with them in 6 months, and have to risk her bringing some other man in the house around their kids. So he's in it. So what does it really mean to be single in 2025? Especially for the women who have more options than the men. Options for experiences. So a woman might go on a date with a guy, and in that same night, the 11 p.m. guy comes through and vigorously and viciously pounds her out. And then she goes on another date on another guy over the weekend. Because she has a guy, and he's getting all of the benefits that husbands or married people get without any other. So the guy that's the maintenance man, the pounder, the midnight man, the guy walking down the alleyway in the trench coat at night, coming to the house, is he getting the best deal? He's certainly getting the married women as well. He's not just getting the single women. He's getting the married women. The 11 p.m. pounding guy perhaps has the best deal in relationships today because he has no affiliation. He pays for, no expenses. He might pay if he got a stalker or one of the women wild out, because all men pay. Worst case scenario, she falls in love and she throws a brick through your car or puts some false domestic violence charges on you. But at the end of the day, what does it really mean to be single in 2025? And I mean, somebody be arguing, well, this has always been that way. Nah, it hasn't always been that way, because I tell you one thing, I can remember using the rotary phone back in the day, or not having a phone that you had access for. And if you call her house, you better hope her parents don't pick up the phone. And, I thought we were balling when we had some beepers. Because literally, you could do boop, 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 boop. You were the man, like, yo, got this number, man. You got some quarters? I got to hit this payphone. That's the way you were like, yo, man. And them calling cards, woo, even better. So you can page somebody and they get the page and you call them. At least we're moving in places. Then the flip phones and the cell phones, then the internet. Once the internet got pumping, we started getting these touchscreen phones and social media was really hitting. Now it became a situation where the local dating market just expanded nationally, globally. Options galore for the women mostly. All of the men from the past were coming into these Facebook, all the women too. And now relationships were just exposed, pictures up all over the place, likes, whatever else. So it's a different environment. So what is single in 2025? Single is what? You're not married? You're in a relationship? No. The question becomes about whether someone's active, and that's their business, or not sexually active. And many times people are dating people that are sleeping with multiple people. Multiple guys are coming in. That's what really killed the dating market and made it crash, is that the same women that are dealing with the guy on that date who spends that $200, $300 on a date, or $150, good old Rufus, that dude is coming through at night, stretching her out He probably is eating the leftovers in the refrigerator that you paid your $200 for, and you ain't getting none of that action. And that's what really killed dating. And a smart dudes figured out the game and like, hold on here. I mean, you go ahead and take some woman to some expensive restaurant and 2-3 dates. And again, women, they clown the nice guy. They clown they make the guy that they quote unquote, they say the word like, but I don't think they like. The one they plan to fleece for a long-term relationship or a marriage, when he's going to you're getting the same thing the 11 p.m. guy has gotten. I mean, that's the crazy part about the sexual marketplace, is that the dude who comes over at 11 o'clock at night, you're getting the same thing that he's gotten, and he did not have to pay that MSRP that's called marriage, period. So you get to wait for the long period of time to she's having sex tonight, probably. This weekend, definitely. She's enjoying herself. And you're paying that price. And that's what people don't want to admit and accept about it, especially these guys that are talking about all this ecclesiastic marriages and all this other stuff like that. That's what destroyed the dating and relationship market. And then would they try to make it, well, the 1% guys or the 20%, 15% guys that are getting all the action ain't complaining. Well, they ain't marrying either. And they ain't marrying either. But men are smart enough to know a bad deal when they see it. Those guys are not marrying these women. And women have free choice and they have agency. They can decide whether or not they want to give their bodies to some man or not. I don't understand what these ecclesiastic guys talking about. So what if they sleep with the 15% or 20%, or which is, I think, is complete made up bullshit. They're sleeping with more than that. Especially now with monetized dating and relationship. Many of them will sleep with whoever is giving up some money, because there ain't no real shame in it anymore. Some of them flex their body count like it's a proud thing. And that's a sad thing for me, even as a Gen Xer, to see. But that's a value system that, again, men did not ask for this. Women wanted to be sexually liberated. They wanted, whatever, you could say they were led or whatever else. They wanted to say, okay, we could be like men, have sex with multiple people and have no consequences for that, which is an absolute utter lie, because we're not the same. But that's what we have in 2025, and it was years earlier than this. But we got to look at the reality of the situation. What does single mean in 2025? And why would men have to marry when you've dropped the fruit straight on the ground? We don't have to climb up the tree anymore. For what? Other than religious reasons. Men could either game it or buy it. And it's being sold everywhere. I mean, sold a lot. So, or they can game it. Either way, they're getting the outcome they want without having to commit to any marriages. And that's women's choice. So that's what needs to be reframed in this conversation. What does it mean to be single? Is the question that we need to look at. And what does that mean going forward? Let me know what you guys think about this video. We'll continue this conversation another time. I'm out. Make sure you guys like and share the content.